Hi, I'm Joel Miller, insurance agent and mortgage banker at Wall Street Capital Advisors. Many people ask the question, what is the actual history of the flood insurance program? Well, let me give you some statistics actually related to that. The National Flood Insurance Act actually came about in 1968. This was a provision that came into effect in order to help people that were damaged by floods around the country where they didn't have any protection. So the government thought that it was necessary in order to provide all the citizens some type of coverage that is actually backstopped by the federal government. That came into effect in 1968, and it made insurance available for all. The next part of this was an act that went on top of that. That was the Flood Disaster Protection Act of 1973. And what that actually did was that gave the law teeth. It actually provided applications of the insurance policy so that it wasn't just some arbitrary law that was sitting out there on the books, but people can actually use it in a way that would benefit them and use that as leverage also in cases where people needed coverage, but perhaps they didn't have it initially and it wasn't under the coverage from their standard homeowners policy. Then the last part of the act was the National Flood Insurance Reform Act of 1994. That's probably the biggest aspect of the act, because what that did at that time was it required mortgage insurance companies to have flood insurance on any home that sat in areas that were deemed high risk for flood insurance or for flooding. So the policy came into effect at that time, and that was really the history of flood insurance. Now, as that has grown, flood insurance is now available to anyone that actually wants it, because FEMA has come to realize that just about any part of the United States can flood at any particular point in time. And so flood insurance is available to anyone. But that's actually the history of the flood insurance program. My name is Joel Miller. There you have it, insurance agent and mortgage banker at Wall Street Capital Advisors.